Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Acn Fast Start training. My name is Tony Swantek, and I want to welcome you to the Acn family. And this Fast Start training is designed to help you accomplish your goals with Acn as quickly as possible. So the first thing we're going to want to do is find out what you'd like to accomplish with Acn. A lot of people get started to pay off some debt, and some folks want to spend more time with their family. Others want to travel. Some people want to retire their parents or set up their own retirement. Whatever that reason is, we want to find out. Also, on top of that, we want to figure out how much you'd like to earn in your first 90 days working with Acn, and how many hours a week you'd be willing to devote to accomplish that goal. And throughout the training, you'll see an Acn logo pop up. And what that basically means is you should pause this video, get with the executive you're working with, if they're right there beside you, or if not, get on the phone with the executive you're working with, and have them help you complete the task at hand. So this would be a good time, if you'd like to pause the video and let your executive know what you're wanting to accomplish, how much you're looking to make in your first 90 days, and how many hours a week you're willing to work to do it. Once you've got that accomplished, we can move forward and go through the 4 steps to success for not only you, but as you introduce people to the Acn opportunity, when they get partnered up, they're going to run through this same training. And these 4 steps are the same steps to success that I went through a few years ago, and they're the same 4 steps my mentors went through. And a lot of us have been blessed to have made millions of dollars in this industry. And I remember when I first got started in the industry, I mean, I was living at home with my parents. I was broke. I didn't have a penny in my pocket, no money in the bank. I was behind on my bills, behind on my promises, and I just was looking for a way out. I was looking for a way to get ahead. I was tired of struggling, and I was very blessed to go through these 4 steps, and it has literally led me to not only millions of dollars for myself and my family in earnings, but I've helped thousands of people change their lives financially, and it's my honor to be able to do the same for you guys if you're willing to follow this recipe for success. And these 4 steps, it is like a recipe. You know, if you bake brownies and you decide, I've got my ingredients and I'm going to put everything in the bowl, but I'm not going to put sugar in the bowl. If you leave the sugar out and you bake that, I don't know what's coming out of the oven, but it's probably not going to be the brownies you're looking for. And so this system that we've put together, it really is a recipe for success, and we'll never ask you to do something that we haven't already done ourselves. And we're never going to ask you to do something by yourself. We're going to help you every step of the way. And so that first step to success is to set up your Acn storefront. A lot of you guys have already done that. That's great. The second step is we're going to help you earn your first check. By the time you're done with this training, you'll have already got your first check on its way to your mailbox from Acn. Third step is we're going to build your team, and while we're doing that, we're going to also help you earn free wireless cell phone service. And the fourth and final step is we're going to continue your training. This will be your first training of many as you go throughout the next few days, few weeks, few months, and if you move to the higher levels of Acn over the next few years, we're always going to have training available for you. So getting into the first step, that's basically setting up your storefront. If you've already done that, great. If you haven't, get with your executive, have them help you set up your storefront. If you are in an energy market, have that executive help you go through the energy accreditation process. And once you've got that accomplished, we can move on to step number 2, which is helping you earn your first check. And no matter what your long-term goals are, the most important thing we can do really is to help you start earning money right away. And the steps are pretty simple. 1, we want to take you to your online storefront, which you just set up. Step number 2, we want to help you start getting paid on your own services. So I know it's kind of common sense, but if you've got your own storefront and you have bills right now that you're paying, cell phone, internet, TV, home phone, gas bills, electric bills, whatever bills you're paying, if you're not getting paid a commission every time you pay your bills, you can change that right now. And for most people, they're just going to want to get paid on everything they possibly can. Now, every now and again, you'll recruit some people that maybe aren't as business-minded as us, and that's fine. But it is going to be like pulling teeth a little bit to get them to get paid on their own bills. And we can still work with them and train them. They're just not going to go that fast through the system. They're probably not going to make their first check for a while. But for business-minded folks, obviously, just pause the video. Let your executive know, hey, I want to start getting paid on my own services. Once you've accomplished that, we'll move on to the next step, and that's putting together a 10-person customer list with your flat tire friends. Basically, those are the people that you're traveling late at night, you're on the highway getting back home, it's 2 in the morning, your tire goes flat. These are the people, the friends, the family members that you can call, and you know they're going to be there to help you. So go ahead and pause the video and get your 10-person flat tire list. And once you've accomplished that and written that out, the fourth step is we're going to start to contact the people on that list. And we're going to want to utilize our scripts, whether you're calling them, whether you're texting them. Scripts really focus on the cause. And ACN, our goal right now is to feed 1.5 million children over the next 12 months. And we've already fed over 1 million kids. Every time a customer pays their ACN bill, a child gets fed. And your customers can be a big part of helping to feed hungry children. As you can see, we have a script here, and there's different scripts. Your executive can give you some different options, but this is a pretty simple script, and it's designed to help you get a few outside customers that are going to not only support your business, but help to feed some hungry children here in the United States. So you can go ahead and pause the video, get with your executive, and they're going to help you get a few customers outside of your household so you can literally make your first check. Once you've accomplished that, congratulations. You move your own services over. Your executives helped you move a few other friends and family members' services over. You've just gotten qualified and you've earned your first check from ACN. That's an amazing thing to do within your first few hours in the business. A lot of you probably just signed up today and you're looking at this video and now you're in the money. You're starting to earn checks from ACN. Now that we've got your first check, we want to start building a team. We've got your 100 names. This is where we want to start, and you kind of want to put the business owners at the top of the list, high-income individuals. Your list is probably already in your phone. And we want to get your top 40 out of that phone, either through email or on paper, so your executive can take a look at it and help you go through it. So go ahead and pause this video and get your top 40 people on paper. Your 10 flat tire friends are already on there, so you only need 30 more. Go ahead and get that completed. And as we move along, we're going to want to start to share the vision with those 40 people. And in the ACN information, we can do 3-way calls, webinars, live presentations, 2-on-1s, business luncheons, business opportunity meetings. We do those at hotels in the cities we're in. PBR, that's probably the most important way we can show someone the business. It's a private business reception. You can run those at your home or your apartment. It's basically a grand opening. And you want to schedule that within your first 72 hours of partnering up. So I would pause the video right here, get with your executive, and figure out what day, what night you can set up your grand opening with your executive. Now that you've got that accomplished, we want you to invite those 40 people in the next 3 days to your grand opening. Some of them, if they can't get to the grand opening, we can invite them for lunch. We can invite them for coffee. We can do a lot of different things. Texting is the fastest way to invite. If you're not big on texting, you can definitely use the phone. If you decide you want to call people, then you need to role play with your executive. They have scripts in place. We have some scripts here for texting. That's the fastest and most efficient way to invite people. What I would recommend is sending your first 10 texts out right now. Get with your executive. You can text people something as simple as coffee, ? Or if you set up your grand opening, your PBR for Wednesday night at 7, text them, hey, are you free Wednesday night, 7 p.m.? If they say, sure, what's up? You can just start to text them back. Hey, I've got an executive who is extremely successful. They're working on a new project, and they're going to be at my house Wednesday at 7 p.m. sharing some information with people. Why don't you swing by? You know, you can literally text 40 people in the next 30 minutes probably, but we just want you to do your first 10 right there with your executive or on the phone with your executive so you have some help. So go ahead and pause the video, send out your first 10 text messages. And once you've accomplished that, we also want to talk to some of your out-of-town guests. We have webinars, ways that you can share the information. If you can't invite someone to your house or for coffee because they live in another city or another state, we can still share the ACN information with them. And so this is the webinar invite script. Go ahead and utilize your executive. They can help you send 10 text messages to out-of-towners or make 10 phone calls to out-of-towners and have them start looking at the ACN information right away as well. So go ahead and pause this video and start sending out that information to your 10 out-of-towners that you want to share the ACN overview with. Now that we've accomplished that, you've actually started to the process of building your team. I want to go through the compensation plan real quickly. If you went out and moved your own services over, your executive helped you get some of your friends and family members to move some services over, you're already a qualified team trainer. You've got your first check already earned. It's on its way. And anyone that you introduce to the company that does that same thing, they get a few customers, they get qualified, you make $25 every time you bring in someone that does that. And if you bring in a couple people, imagine out of those out-of-towners that you just texted, those 10 people, they take a look at the webinar, and let's say tonight 2 of them say, hey, this looks awesome, I want to partner up. If you take them through this training system, by the time they get to this slide, if they've done everything that this training asked them to do, and they went ahead and got qualified, they've got their first check on the way, that's great for them, but you just promoted to executive team trainer. By helping them earn their first check, just by following the instructions in this training, they get paid and you promoted. And now you make up to $30. You basically make $30 for anyone you introduce to the company in customer acquisition bonuses. You help them get customers, you get paid. Every dollar that ACN pays out is based on customers being acquired. If you help enough people promote up to executive team trainer, you'll continue to move up the ladder as an executive team leader. You make up to $80 for every new business partner that you bring in and help them get a few customers and get qualified. You help them make their check. You make your check. The higher levels, the numbers get quite a bit larger. A team coordinator, you make up to $280 for every new business partner you bring in and help them get their first few customers, help them make their check. You can make some pretty significant income. Even part-time, I mean, if you had 10 people coming into your organization as a team coordinator, every single month, I mean, minimum, you'd make a couple thousand, but you could be making, $2,500, even $2,800 a month part-time, not including any of the residual income that you make off of your customers and your team's customers. As you promote up through the ranks to higher levels, the numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But the real focus when you're brand new is we want to help you get to team coordinator quickly, because that's, as you can see, when the numbers start to rise and get pretty substantial. One of the keys to getting to team coordinator quickly is as simple as it sounds, it's helping you earn free services. Whether it's business phone service, home phone service, one of the most important is flash wireless, getting free cell phone service. We also, if you're in an energy market, we have free gas, free electricity available by getting customers going through your website. But the free wireless is probably the most crucial thing you can do to move up the compensation plan aggressively. We want to turn the no's and the not yets into customers. You send out at least 20 text messages if you follow the system here, 10 to some of your contacts with your executive to come to your private business reception grand opening, or maybe go to a lunch or a coffee. You sent 10 texts or made 10 phone calls to people out of town to take a look at the webinar. So 20 people are viewing the information. Not all of them are going to be interested. And that's good. We need some people to just be customers. So we want some people that aren't interested in the business that can become your customer, because if you introduce 5 people that want to become your customer on Flash Wireless, your cell phone service is free, and that creates huge value. We've got people with, 4 or 5 cell phones within their household, and all 5 of them are free. That's thousands of dollars a year in savings. That can help people pay mortgages off years and years faster than if they didn't have free cell phone service and didn't have that extra money on hand. And probably the most important thing is to get referrals. If you've got your 5 customers, that gives you free wireless service. You can help your 5 customers get free service as well. And if you just had 3 executive team trainers go out and their whole team went out and everybody got free cell phone service, and then they all helped their customers, their first 5 customers, get free cell phone service, that would help you promote to team coordinator. You could do that in the next 60 to 90 days pretty aggressively just by helping people get free cell phone service. So when you talk to your first few customers, let them know, hey, I just texted 10 people and asked them to support my business. The first 5, I'm going to help them get free cell phone service. And you work through referrals, you help those first 5 get free cell phones, they'll want to be one of your first 5 customers if you can wipe out their cell phone bill. So your executive is going to help you do that all along the way, guys. After you've got your free cell phone service, we're going to definitely continue your training and support. We have a Monday night training call. What I would recommend is text the letters ACN. You don't need to include the quotation marks, just the 3 letters ACN to that number up top, 512-843-8259. That'll basically add you into the group text list for our organization. You'll get 1 text a week, pretty much every Monday evening right before the call, half an hour before the call, you'll get a text just reminding you, has the phone number and the PIN number, so you can make sure you're on that call every Monday night, and you're more than welcome to invite your team members onto that call as well. On top of the training calls, we've got local, regional, international training events. We've got this website, solidresidual.com. You can utilize that. The SVP University on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and just Google or just YouTube search SVP University ACN, you're going to see a ton of videos that come up. What I would recommend, watch 1 video a day. Instead of watching your favorite television show, watch 1 SVP University video a day and watch where your income's at 30 days from today. Remember why you're here, guys. I don't know what drove you to get partnered up with ACN, whether it's to spend more time with your family, whether it's to pay off your debt, whether it's to retire, but whatever it is, we can help you accomplish it. If you followed this system so far, you're going to be on your ways to hitting your goals. We've helped thousands of people achieve success by following this system. And the question I always ask people when they're brand new is if thousands of people have been winning with ACN and people have made hundreds of dollars a month part-time around their schedules, some people making thousands, and there's people that have made millions of dollars and they're living their dreams, why not you? Somebody's going to spend time with their children, driving them to and from school. Why not you? Somebody's going to take their family on that vacation out to the beach. Why not you? Somebody's going to retire their parents. Why not you? And the other question I ask folks is why not now? When I first saw this business, as I mentioned, I was living at home, pennies in my pocket, nothing in the bank, behind on my bills, behind on my promises. I was in a rut. And I can tell you the one thing I realize is if you're in a rut, the best time to get out of it is right now. And we've helped thousands of people do it. Just this last weekend, I was at a training with some of my friends, and there's thousands. I just couldn't put thousands of pictures up that you could all see, so I just threw up some four of my friends. You know, you got Pat and Mike and their brother getting ready to take their helicopter into Manhattan for some meetings in downtown New York City. You got Artie and his family kayaking outside of their lake house on a Wednesday while everyone else is at work. They're having some fun times with the family. My buddy Al getting ready to fly out with his friends and family on his private jet, heading over to Europe for a week. Just want to spend some time with the people he cares about. And then you've got Danny in his 20s. He built his dream home for himself, for his family, but not only that, I know his church, he funded and built an entire wing onto his church that was looking to expand. He funded the entire expansion while he was still in his 20s. See, there's a lot of people winning with ACN, and this is 4 stories out of thousands, but why not you? Why not now? If you follow this system, guys, and you own your own business, You can take our advice and throw it out the window, or you can put it in action. But the one thing I can promise you is if you follow this system, you've already earned your first check. If you followed this training system, you've already got people taking a look at the ACN information. And if you plug your people into this system and they follow it, you're going to move up the compensation plan rapidly. And you're going to achieve whatever it is you'd like to achieve. Your first 90-day goal, we're going to help you hit it. Your long-term goals, we're going to help you hit it. And those of you that make that decision, those of you that follow this system, I look forward to seeing you at the next ACN International event. I look to shaking your hand, looking you in the eye, welcoming you to the ACN family. And I'm sure I'll see a lot of you, not just at the top, but I'm going to see you over the top.